so windy. Alright, so what has happened is that the car, Grand Prix, has taken a poop. It should be alright though. The power steering rack is leaking, and I had white smoke coming from underneath the hood. It was not good. I was hoping maybe it'd be an AC line or something, but it's the rack. So what we have to do is we have to take off the wheels on each side. Well, we're going to have to jack up the car. Take the wheels off each side, tie rod ends, sway bar links, drop the subframe, the back of it, and then what we'll do is we'll take the power steering rack out. So hopefully that'll all go well. Just replaced that stuff last year. So there really shouldn't be any wear and tear and replaced since last year. I'm wondering why it took a poop. Well, I guess we'll have to find out. Always remember to chalk your wheels. And pump. Alright guys, so in order to do what we want to do, we have to disconnect this. I just have to do these, the links here. And we'll also have to take and disconnect the bolt in this bushing so we can drop the subframe. Here, I'm already getting myself nasty. I'm going to have to go put gloves on. And then there's going to be a lot of fun stuff when it comes to this thing. So this is what's leaking. And as you can see, there's a large puddle on the ground from when I brought it home. The way to do it is to cut the one piece, and then it would only have one that goes through. So the other side, I was an idiot, I did that wrong. But it still came out, so we're alright. So what you have to do is you have to take the crowbar, you have to stick it, and you have to press down while someone takes a hammer and lightly taps it to get it to pop out. So because this side, I wanted to make sure that it would come out alright. It should, because these are only a year old. Alright guys, it's the next day. Now, some of the footage is going to be missing. Reason for that is that because the weather looked threatening, so I wanted to make sure that we got the rack in. I didn't want to worry about filming it as much. So I'll tell you what we did is that it was pretty much, we did the same thing to the other side, because I believe where the video left off was the tie rod ends. And then after that, it's twirl those off, and then you gotta count the revolutions if you want to put it on. Make sure it's kind of semi-straight, and it should drive well. Then we took the nut off, which you have to loosen actually before you pull the tie rod end out, which I forgot on the other side. And then what we did is we loosened the sway bar links, which I pointed to. That was when I corrected myself, not the first thing I originally said for the sway bar. And then it was drop the subframe, get the lines that go to the power steering rack. There's going to be two of them, and they're hard to get to get up, and some angles you can only see it, but you can't really get to it and stuff. It's not fun. And then you have the two nuts and bolts that go into the mount on the subframe that go through this rack, that hold the rack in. and then you have the 1 bolt that for the steering, and you have to line up the steering and make sure the steering wheel's right and stuff. And it's not a lot, but it is a lot, and some of it's very precise. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go take a drive now. I have some packages down here. For those that don't know, there is an eBay store which me and 440 Racing have. Link for his channel that's gonna be popping up right there, and then the link for the eBay store should pop up right after that. You guys should go check that out. We got some stuff that we sell on there if you want to go buy it, or even if you just want a quick browse. But we're gonna go run to the post office, drop that stuff off, and see how the car is now. Alright, so I just came out of the post office there, and those are shipped. Steering right now feels great. Gonna take it for an alignment later. No sounds, no bad sounds, like, because it made that like a sound before when you tried to turn the car. And it was just the reason for changing this. I was just driving the other day, and this just poofy smoke was coming out. And at first I thought, maybe it was like an AC line or something. And then the power steering wouldn't work. And then when you parked it, there was a large puddle of power steering on the ground. It sucks. But it's alright. Everything's better now. And we're good to go. Let's head out, shall we?